My mother is the backbone of my growth. I chose her to be my significant relationship because I believe she is the reason I am the woman I am today. My interpersonal skills have increased immensely since the start of this semester because I believe I've attained the proper communication dynamics to communicate effectively. Our relationship is healthier because I am now aware of the aspects that need to improve within our relationship. Today, I will discuss ethnocentrism, attributions, emotional intelligence, emblems, and politeness. Ethnocentrism is seen in many of our relationships. It is the belief that one's culture is superior to the other. I see this concept within my relationship because when my mother first migrated to America, she experienced ethnocentrism. This is because there is a huge cultural barrier between her and American society, which also caused a discrepancy between the two of us. A goal to improve this is to make sure that there is no underlying ethnocentrism that lies between our relationship. Now that I've discussed what ethnocentrism is, I will now discuss what attributions are. Attributions help define the way we perceive one another. It is the process of exploring one's behaviors. I see this concept within my relationship because when we are communicating, I attribute meaning to her mannerisms and behaviors. That way I don't misinterpret anything. A goal to improve our relationship would be to only attribute positive tendencies towards her mannerisms and behaviors rather than negative ones. Now that I've discussed what attributions are, I will now discuss emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is needed to satisfy all interpersonal relationships. It is the ability to grasp how others are feeling while also being in tune with your own emotions. I see this concept within my relationship because I use emotional intelligence to figure out how my mom is feeling. For instance, if she just fought with my father, I will pick up on her emotions and behaviors and comfort her, even if she did not explicitly make it known that she is upset. A goal to improve this is to gain more insight on emotional intelligence so that I know exactly how she is feeling. Now that I've discussed emotional intelligence, I will now discuss what an emblem is. Emblems help cultures connect to one another. It is a calculated behavior with an intentional meaning behind it, usually universally known within a cultural group. I see this concept with my mother because when guests are over, she will make certain hand gestures to suggest that I should go make tea. Her body language and eye contact also indicate whether she's upset or happy. A goal to improve my relationship is to make sure that I don't misinterpret the emblems being presented. Now that I've discussed emblems, I will now discuss politeness. Politeness is needed to communicate properly. It is the ability to communicate with proper etiquette and manners. I see this concept with my mother because this is the basis of our communication. I respect her immensely, so I make sure that she feels respected when I am talking to her, and that I satisfy her cultural preferences as well. A goal to improve our relationship is to work on my politeness. When we are arguing, I tend to have an attitude. In order to improve this, I need to be more in tune with my emotions so that I don't let anger get the best of me. To conclude, I discussed ethnocentrism, attribution, emotional intelligence, emblems, and politeness. The areas that I want to continue to refine after the semester is over is my emotional intelligence with my mother. I want to improve it to the best of my abilities so that our relationship can remain stable. The areas I still struggle with are attributions because sometimes I cannot attribute certain meaning to her behaviors. Emotional intelligence and attributing meaning towards her behaviors will lead to better interpersonal skills overall. By implementing these aspects, I can communicate effectively with her. Thank you.